Astroscoop Astrology, Western Astrology Mentoring. Here's another brief horoscope clip. Today is Haley Joel Osment. He is the actor from The Sixth Sense from 1999, and I'm picking him as a profile today because his natal chart, born on April 10th, 1988 in Van Nuys, California, involves a aspect which is Jupiter in Taurus opposing Pluto in Scorpio. And the reason I chose him is because in July of 2026 through the summer of 2026, we will have this aspect in the sky. We'll have Jupiter in Leo opposing Pluto in Aquarius, which is retrograde. This is a very, very powerful aspect. It involves two outer planets. It involves Jupiter, which is amplification, growth, and magnification, opposing Pluto, which is deep-seated motives, motivations, and power, whether it's collective power or personal power. These are two heavyweight planets, and they create an opposition, which is a push-pull theme. There's pushing, there's pull, there's push, there's pull. There is need for balance. So we're going to talk about Haley's chart here and how it applies to the current aspect this summer of 2026, whereas Haley just turned 38. So let's look briefly at his aspects. So Saturn is now in the middle degree, around 13 to 14 degrees of Aries, and he already had a Saturn square when Aries was in an early degree of Aries. So months ago, he had a Saturn square. So as a 38-year-old approaching 40, this will give him tension for growth in his career. And he'll have another Saturn cycle between 40 and 42. He will complete that. But this Jupiter-Pluto, in a natal chart, this indicates possible power struggles and with belief systems, and it's very much solid. It's very solid and persistent because it's fixed signs for him. So it's interesting that he has no major Leo here. He has Leo on the 7th house of relationships, and it's on this side, like I said, of others. But he has Mars in Aquarius here, very early degree, Pluto, Scorpio, Jupiter, Taurus. So not quite an exact fixed T-square, but very close. So in his roles, he can be quite eccentric, and The Sixth Sense, where he plays a boy that sees dead people, where he believes it, but he also fights it and resists it, has a knowing. Now Pluto, for 1988 people, that generation, is Pluto and Scorpio retrograde, opposing the Jupiter. So Pluto and Scorpio is very powerful. It's in its own sign. So opposing Jupiter and Taurus. So his character, or sort of some of the energy that he brought to it, and how he struggles with his mom, he struggles with the character played by Bruce Willis. He's very determined about it, even though he's in Aries and has Mercury in Aries, which would not necessarily lend itself to hidden energy or psychic energy or telepathy or communications with spirits or animals or anything like that. That would not necessarily be from the Aries energy. But Mars in Aquarius can be very intuitive in an intellectual sense, and it's also conjunct a star called Altair, Altair, which is a Mars and Jupiter theme. So he does things with a lot of strong, assertive, aggressive energy that's mostly intellectual here. Moon in Capricorn, which is late to near Aquarius, conjuncting the Mars and conjuncting the Ascendant here. Lots of Uranus energy here. And of course, this by sign is squaring this Pluto-Jupiter opposition, which is very powerful. And he has Mars square Jupiter, his Mercury square Neptune, Jupiter trine Neptune, Saturn conjunct Neptune, Neptune sextile Pluto, a ton of Neptune aspects, which is a perfect fit for the Sixth Sense energy that he plays as Cole in that 1999 movie. But this Jupiter-Pluto aspect, many people have this, including Jack Nicholson, Tom Cruise has it. This is larger than life,